Everybody, how you doing? I want to push back on a basic idea that the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, think about that. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. I repeat, that the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, think about that. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People get this idea, off base for defending and calling for the retention of Oakland Police Chief Lamar Armstrong. Okay? Think about that. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Lamar Armstrong is Black, our first Black police chief since 2011, is off base for defending and calling for the reinstatement of Oakland Police Chief Lamar Armstrong. No, the NAACP isn't off base, but white media that hires Black folks to say something or put basically a Black face out to a white so-called progressive idea is, and that's exactly what's going on here. It's the white media that's out of touch in the Bay Area with what's happening. Lamar Armstrong, let's just get something out here. Lamar Armstrong literally just got there as police chief after 22 years serving dutifully for the city of Oakland and its rank and file, but with a catch. He was always working to defend those who were wrongly accused and Black in Oakland, which happens a lot. A lot. He was also working to defend his rank and file against budget cuts. So you have to ask yourself this question. Why would other officers, why would the deputy police chief that I was told was the ringleader of a fix against him? That's what I was told regarding Deputy Chief Angelica Mendoza. Why would they actively work against someone who is advocating to maintain how much money they make against others who would seek to take it away in an effort called defund the police, which I thought after the murder of George Floyd meant protect Black men. That's what this should be about. It should be about protecting Black men from racist law enforcement, calling it what it is. Protect Black men from racist law enforcement. But the people who call for defunding the police never directly call or do anything to assure the protection of Black men from racist law enforcement. Defunding is here. They allowed the argument to get watered down. I would think in part because of their own fears of calling out racism. Whatever the case, and I also think it has something to do with that leg of defund being mostly led by people who are not Black, who do not understand what it means to be a Black man in America, let alone a Black woman. And especially a Black woman. This is Women's History Month, by the way. Okay? So we collectively have had a problem with respect to law enforcement just being taken seriously. That problem should be at the forefront of police reform, not defund. Why? We're in the middle of a pandemic. Look how much political damage it did. Sure, it was fun to say that, fun for me to say it, but when the wind shifted and I realized we were going in the wrong direction, I said, hey, wait a minute. And then I realized something. Hey, wait a minute. I thought this was supposed to be about protecting me as a Black guy. It's not. That is the problem. And so from that perspective, it's sad to realize that some of these folks, they don't want a Black person up there. And yet they would call for defund the police, but protect the Black guy? They don't want to do that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be attacking Lamar Armstrong. This is sad and divisive. And I might add, white media playing this game with division must stop. And that's what they're doing. They know if they put certain people out there who are black, who are going to speak some sort of line against Lauren Armstrong, it's going to get some notice. All right? It's wrong. And the organizations that do that and have done it and continue to do it have also not, if you check their history, put out any statement regarding their own involvement in the advancement of racism in our society. And their involvement is gigantic. Gigantic. So do not discount the NAACP. The NAACP is doing what it's supposed to do. It is called the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And the reason why it's necessary is because once again, we see someone, Chief Armstrong, who is not advanced as a black person, but they sought to do a hit job on him. And if you haven't read Zenny62.com and just type hit job in the search bar, you'll find out the whole story, and there's more coming. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnowblog.com. That ends this broadcast.